Figure and Coffee, and I want to take a little longer time to talk about two paintings. This one and the one behind me. Both are of Ivana Hughes. But first, I'm going to ask if you read my weekly newsletter. I'm working on writing a longer, insightful weekly newsletter, so go check that out. And this will be a little bit longer video. It won't be a short. Maybe some will get turned into a short, but we'll see. This is a watercolor. The one behind me is an acrylic, and I'm actually going to start with the one behind me. But first, why Ivana Hughes? Ivana Hughes has some very interesting work. She is a researcher and professor, and her work is on the dangers and consequences of nuclear weapons, which sounds like a very abstract threat. However, if you watch enough of her work, you'll find apparently we've been very close to actually using them many times before. So the theme of this painting was with the song quote, "Where have all the flowers gone?" And the theme is something that is just eating into what was a decently nice ink drawing of her on this canvas. Um, One of the issues I encountered, especially down here, is that the colors kind of turned into mud. Here on this side, over here, the red and the more fiery aspects managed to hold through. The darkness, I like ink drawings, plain ink drawings just on canvas. I've done quite a few of those. I have an example over here of just a very plain, simple ink drawing. And I like that style. It seems to work well for me, but I am experimenting more into other things. And this also fits my series of adding words, in part just to be different and to blend it with my interest in writing. And this has a song lyric. So that is that painting. That was the first painting, and it was fairly well received. I was sent a photo after that by her, and this is a particular photo that she likes best. This is supposedly at the UN, but not what I actually ended up painting, but the photo was from that. Yeah, but instead of saying that, it says Figure and Coffee down here. And this again, as we zoom in close, we'll say, "Where have all the flowers gone?" But hopefully we can see all that. The lyrics are repeated all throughout, which I think is an interesting variant on what I'm trying to do with paintings and words. This one's watercolor. I seem to be a little smoother with watercolors. I have another watercolor behind me with my fence posts, which I do plan to do more of these fence posts. I don't know why, but fence posts really speak to me, along with chemical scientists, I guess. Again, we're not a humor channel, so some of the stuff just don't make sense. The lines on this come out nice, which is what I like about watercolor. It lets my ink lines, I like to draw with pens for a couple of reasons. For one, and I don't have one close enough, I have one off camera. But pens are clean, watercolors are clean, acrylics, I don't really have any experience with them. They're fun, but again, no experience, and they're not clean. So far, my wife has not found the stains on the fabric. But again, probably shouldn't do acrylic paints on your couch. But, you know, you gotta paint where you can paint. So these are the two paintings I wanted to talk about. I found her work very interesting, and it was fun to draw someone and then blend in the work. Now, there's one very interesting aspect that just kind of left for last here, and that is the song "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" I thought that was a good match. The other song I looked into was "This Is the End" by The Doors, but it didn't quite match the mood and things I was going for. I later found out that this song was used at a funeral, and the main singer from Peter, Paul, and Mary had gone to this funeral and led the group in singing it. That Ivana Hughes had gone to this funeral as well for a director of a nonprofit that works on these nuclear type issues. Um, these paintings were fun because it combined something very sciencey, very public policy, into painting and to writing. And we'll have to see. I think we'll work on maybe doing some sort of like third type of version or something else. Or maybe we'll get an interview by someone who knows about this kind of stuff. I do aim to do more interviews. And again, I'm trying to build work that focuses on kind of the merge between art, writing, and interviewing. I'm not sure really it's about the finished products, but really like the experience is posted, meeting people, adding writing, and telling stories. I think the experience and then the writing, the video making of that experience is really kind of an art in of itself. And that's an art beyond just making a great painting. And of course, part of that is I might not be able to make a great painting, so I have to find something else to do. But this is an insight into why these two paintings, why they're of such interest, and who should I paint next, who should I interview next, who should I draw next, and read my newsletter. I'm trying to write a longer newsletter, and we have a whole bunch of things going on, and I am taking some surveys from people to see where we should be going next. So thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed my insights into why we are painting nuclear scientists. Again, if you haven't read her work, I would recommend. It's all very interesting. Some of it is great fodder for a novel of the end of the world, or the doomsday of surviving the end of the world. Also sounded very, very, very bleak. But great stuff for a novel or a screenplay, and something to look into. And let's get some more stories. And who should I paint next? Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to make little longer videos. And I think I'm going to take a moment and step away from the shorts because I'd like to talk longer. I know I repeat in circles, but I think these longer videos can have more impact. Or they'll have 5 views, but maybe it'll be the right 5 views. All right. Follow Figure and Coffee on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Substack. I guess it's X now. And again, we're not a humor channel. Otherwise, that might be funny.